Hello and welcome to Starcraft Learning. This is just a test video. I might post on YouTube, I don't know yet, depending on how well I think it goes. But this is a game I played not too long ago, maybe 20 minutes, yeah, 20-30 minutes. And what my opponent does is he walls off in his base while I try and push him, but it doesn't work, so I have to improvise. But this channel is all about learning from other people's and my mistakes, so you don't have to make those mistakes. And overall, helping everybody become better StarCraft players, because that's what everybody wants. They want to have fun, they want to get better, they want to improve, they want to be able to jump up in the leagues and ranks. Me, myself, my highest rank is Platinum in 2v2. And also 1v1. But right here, I try and get a good mix of units. I make sure to get a sentry off the start just in case they have a lot of stalkers since I'm playing Protoss, but unfortunately he doesn't. He's just canning up in his base with mass zealots. As soon as I... Whoa, let's slow it down. Back it up. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, as you can see, he's canning up in his base, making sure to get that second pylon, so if I kill this one, all the cannons don't go offline. But he's just sitting here in his base, trying to tech up. I come and try and harass early, but as soon as I see the cannons, I get out of there. I make sure to kill one zealot early. And I don't lose anything, so I'm off to a good start, but as soon as I see that he's walled off, I get my expansion. But right at the start of the game, he got a pylon in my base, which is extremely bad for me, because later in this game, he will warp units into my base. That will hurt my economy very bad. Right here, I'm very surprised I didn't see this pylon. It's just out of my reach, or view. But that was my mistake for not following that probe into my base and finding this pylon before it did damage to me. At this point, I was going to put a pylon here and try and cannon him into his own base, just as a, you're an idiot, you canned yourself in, I'll help you cannon yourself in. But he starts to warp guys in my base, so I have to pull back and abandon that strategy. I already had my second base up, so I just moved all my workers from my main base to my natural. So that was good for me. It didn't hurt my economy hardly at all. He tried to go for my nexus at first, but he knew that was a horrible idea. Right here, as soon as I lost shields, micro my stalker away. Great micro. That's the key to some games. Some games with the right amount of micro, you can win against anything. Assume you have decent amount of units, but great micro can get you extremely far in this game. As soon as I notice that he's attacking my natural, move my units back into my main, start mining again. It's a great little seesaw trick if you get an early expansion. I don't suggest it unless you know that your enemy cannot counter you easily and take out your main, or natural, my bad. But right here at the end, I tried to use force fields to get him away from my natural. Unfortunately, I didn't do it fast enough. I think if I did it earlier, it would have worked a lot better, but I just rebuilt it. Doesn't matter. Speed this up some. Right here, I'm just trying to take out the pylons and try and get these cannons offline, but unfortunately he's putting up a good fight and he has another pylon that I didn't see over here. But I'm just trying to harass him a little bit, get him to come out of his base, which he does, and as you'll see in a second, I completely raped his army with my sentry and a little micromanagement targeting. As he's just sitting in his base, I get my robo facility. I'm calling in War Prism, and he attacks me, so I pull back. And I get cannons in my base just so he can't get to me like I couldn't get to him. That'll allow me to get my War Prism into his base, call down some units onto his mineral line, and just wreak havoc. He has a lot of warp gates, but he's not doing much with them. He does have the warp gate tech, as you can see right here, he's warping units in, but it's nowhere near enough. I do take out his Nexus, which is great for me. Pretty much won me the game right there. He did take out my War Prism though, which is disappointing, but I'm building another one right away. As I said before, great micromanagement between base and attacking is great. Great thing to have in StarCraft. As soon as I lost my Warp Prism in his base, I built another one right away. And I started to get a Dark Shrine, because he has no detection besides the cannons, or so I thought. But this observer, it's not going to be able to do much. Once I get my DTs in here and take out his pylons and his natural, anybody with common sense would just GG at that point. Right here, as you can see, I take out his natural with my DTs. He knows I have DTs, but his observer isn't moving at all. This is very bad on his part. This right here, this is the biggest mistake he can make the entire game. Alright, he sees my Warp Prism going up to go around, but his units don't move at all. He could have killed my Warp Prism and completely avoided me dropping into his base and summoning in more DTs, but instead he decided to try and attack me. He killed my one DT I left behind, just as a distraction, and then goes for my base. Soon realizes, oh, he has 11 DTs in my base. I'm screwed. IGG, I know it's over. There's no way he can recover from this. He has no natural, no main. Not even sure if he has any workers. Oh yeah, he has workers. They're just not able to do anything. And my DTs even take out his entire army, pretty much. He had a Warp Prism over here. He was trying to copy me, but he didn't have any micromanagement skills, which pretty much lost him the game. But this is my first video, and if you like it, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have a lot more. This channel is just learning from other people's mistakes, learning from mine, try different strategies. I do play all the races, but I main as Protoss. Right now I have approximately 70 to 80 wins with Protoss and about 10 with the others. I'm trying to learn, but Zerg's extremely difficult, and Terran is easy.